Right. So, uh, huh. So I know yesterday I said I was going to watch Hereditary right after I finished recording, but the Wi-Fi shut down after I uploaded it, so I didn't really do that. Um, so I just watched it right now instead. And that was one of the most upsetting experiences of my life. I don't really want to listen to this right now. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, no, I should turn the game on. Not that loud. Jesus Christ. Just the music. Okay. Um. Oh, next. The waves. Um. But yeah. I think the only words I have to describe the first 30 minutes are deeply, deeply upsetting for reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with horror. And then I don't think I have words to describe the second half. That was a spooky movie. Um, so I've never really been one who handled horror super well, but after last Halloween, I kind of had a phase with it. I got pretty into it. So I was like, you know what? I should watch a real spooky movie because mostly what I've seen is um I've seen like six of the Scream movies and I those are not scary. Like the first one is a slasher. It's not scary. It's just gratuitous violence. Oh, there's not a joke in this corner. Um, and I've seen all of the Conjuring movies, and I've seen what's the movie that people thought was real, where it's like the really stupid, horrible boyfriend is like, I'm gonna record the ghost. And then the ghost starts doing seriously fucked up shit, and the boyfriend is like, "This is my house." It's the one that people thought was real when it came out back in the Blair Witch Trial Saga of movies. What are those called? Like the ones that are designed to look like home films. I mean, the Blair Witch Trials was also not like particularly. I mean, it was spooky, but it didn't make me shit the bed. I honestly think I, I honestly think the scariest movie, or the movie other than Hereditary now, that was the most upsetting to me in terms of sheer horror is probably I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh, The Shining. That's funny. He dies from that. I expected him to live, but The Shining also isn't this horrifyingly spooky. Hereditary's so much scarier than The Shining. I don't know. Did I actually not get that title? No, I got it. Okay. Okay. Memories must have put the got him in before I got to him because he died way too quickly. Um, I'm doing pretty well considering I'm drunk. I don't know if I do this well with alcohol in the system. No. Wow, that's had a lot of hit stone. Um, I'm not gonna lie, the reveal at the very end of the movie kind of like fucking shattered me because like the notion that Charlie was wait. Spoilers. Big spoilers here. Also, why were those guys not coming upstairs? That was pissing me off. Um, spoilers from Hereditary because I've been kind of dancing around it. I'm just gonna talk about it now. That didn't launch me. Um, the fact that Charlie was Paimon, like, I mean, yeah, there were definitely hints for it, don't get me wrong. Like, I assumed there was a connection between them, but I did not figure out that she was literally Paimon. I mean, like, she was just the fucking poor kid who died. Like I was crying in the first half because of her dying, and then you're telling me she was Paimon the whole fucking time? I'm the goat. Yes, I am. That guy was supposed to be my health pack. He really wasn't supposed to die. Where did the fucking guy go? I shot him with my fucking pistol and he evaporated. Ooh. Yeah, I saw it. Okay, I think that's the first time I've ever successfully saved myself with that in a video. I've done it before other than that. Also, like, that family was such a mess. I mean, like, the dad was my goat, my king. Brother was in the right at every turn of the film. I loved him. There was not a single point where I was like, oh, that was unfair to say that to someone else. Like, mom lost it, and so I was like, it's unfair to say that to people, but I understand. And I think the argument between the mom and the son was very real at the dinner table when they were talking about who was to blame for the younger sister's death, because, like, let's be real here, they both were. And it's a terrible tragedy, but that's not the kind of constructive, like, discussion we need to be having about the fact that your youngest child and, like, okay, I actually wrote notes about this moment because it was like so upsetting to me, and I was like, I'm gonna be talking about this in the video afterwards. But basically, wait. Okay, here are my notes word for word. Okay, well, no, I'm gonna add some words in because this shit ain't complete sentence. But I said exceptional film. So like the fact that like this is a horror movie that's actually taking the time to like develop and establish the characters' relationships and makes you attached to them so that the horror actually has some sort of an impact. There's a lot of horror movies that are really shitty, like just don't establish like likable characters or a situation where like any characters you care about are like actually in a situation where like you're feeling anything beyond just fear for yourself. So yeah, and then when Charlie died, like the movie literally went quiet for several minutes, which like as somebody who's currently in a house like all by themselves, that was upsetting. And then when the fucking when the silence ended, it was replaced with exclusively the wails of Charlie's mother for several minutes. And then when the wails were done, guess what? You get several more minutes of silence. Like, that was incredible. Like, I mean, I hated it, but that was incredible. Objectively, like, just fantastic filmmaking and some really powerful stuff. I think, like, the scene where Peter was just staring at Charlie's corpse in the reflection of his rearview mirror for, I mean, I don't even know how long it was, because that was like, felt like I was in the fucking Twilight Zone with how, like, I couldn't believe that she just died like that. Like, I was in shock too. I mean, obviously not to the extent that Peter was. Like, as an older brother, I I cannot imagine. I genuinely okay. Hello game? Like, I don't even really want to think about it. Like, my mother has often said to me in response to questions about the lives of her children, I don't even want to think about it. And obviously I don't understand because I'm not a parent, but like I feel like that's as close as I can get. Like, please tell me there's a serve. Okay, no serves. That was so stupid. Yeah, yeah, I think I would probably end up taking my own life if I ended the life of my younger sibling in that way. Like that was like I was I was really upset for like the first hour of the movie because of that. Like I was not that's not so I like horror, but when I watch movies and honestly any media, I am a baby. Like I will just like burst into tears over like the smallest thing, and that'll be me for the rest of the fucking movie. So my last note here is the movie spends so much time on the grief and the characters, and it's exceptional, but this shit ain't what I signed up for. And I mean, I agree, but now that I've seen the whole thing, I disagree. Like, I think the movie was phenomenal. It was scary. It was like heartbreaking. It was just a great movie. But that it is not the impression I went in because this movie, like, oh, I didn't even mention this. I played this whole game with my frying pan in my lap because, I'll just start playing again, I guess. Because, like, when there was 30 minutes left in the movie, I got so scared. I left, grabbed my frying pan, and came back up to my room because I was like, I'm fucking shitting myself. And it was great time. But yeah, like, I don't know why I started another one because now okay, good thing I died instantly. Because the quality of what I got is going to go downhill, and I kind of just want to wrap this up and be done. Um, but like, shit, man, movie scared the crap out of me, made me depressed as fuck. Like when I watched Godzilla minus one, so I'm not a Godzilla watcher. I know Godzilla's amazing. I've heard it a million times. My cousin keeps telling me we've got a list of Godzilla movies I need to watch now because Godzilla minus one was my first Godzilla movie ever. Um, I literally spent like 30 minutes in the middle of the movie just crying. Like I was just crying for 30 minutes straight because now I'm gonna get into Godzilla minus one spoilers. So those of you who don't want to, and this is like one of my like maybe top 20 movies of all time. So everybody should watch this movie because it's fucking amazing. But when I don't even remember her name. It's something Cole because Cole means child in Japanese, and all the women were called that back in the day. But sexist and weird. I know. That's the Japanese for you, though. Don't tell any Japanese people I said that. It's gonna sound racist as hell. Anyway, I shouldn't make these videos while I'm drunk. Um, but when she died, it killed me. And the reason why it killed me wasn't because like she was this exceptionally well written character. It's because I knew what it was going to do to the main character. And and then as I just kept watching him like go down this path of like how he believed that he needed to kill himself. Like he needed to die in order to pay for the fact that he was alive and like the knowledge that her sacrifice like so that the man she loved could live and could take care, I mean it's not their child, could take care of the child they raised together. The knowledge that that sacrifice had functionally done the opposite and convinced him that he needed to kill himself, and the fact that the moment moment Godzilla started charging his breath blast, I was like, oh no, someone's gonna die. And and then just the second I saw that he was the one in the alley, he was the one closer to the alleyway, I knew what was gonna happen. And then she pushed him and I just snapped in half and I cried. And I kept crying. I mean, I don't even remember the moment where I stopped crying, but I remember like for so long I was just constantly screaming at the top. Like, so when I cry, I'm a really ugly crier, and I fucking sob. So I'm like mid sob. I'm like, I'm sure the mic didn't pick any of that up, but or fucking muted the hell out of it. But like I cry and I scream at the movie. So the first like the first entire half of Hereditary, where it was really just about the grief that this family was going through, like it was just upsetting because I hadn't gotten attached enough to the characters where I was like fully like able to like just sob with them and get some sort of catharsis from it. I was just like on the verge of tears like almost the entire time. And and then the ending is that Charlie was Paimon the whole time? I mean, like I said, there were hints to it. It didn't come out of nowhere. I knew they were connected. But damn, that fucked with me. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Jimmy fucking does movie reviews, I guess. You got a Godzilla minus one and a Hereditary review. Well, Godzilla minus one, I really just talked about the fact that Nanoko or whatever the hell her name was died. But also, Kamikaze is bad. Don't do it. And the way I remembered kamikaze there is because while I was watching that movie, I realized the word kamikaze is literally like, I mean, I don't know the kanji for kamikaze, I just know kamikaze, but kami means God, or well, I mean, it means God, and then kaze means wind. So kamikaze means God's wind. Maybe I'd have to Google that to check or check the kanji. But I realized that while watching the movie. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.